So name and age.
Alex Esgate, 49 in a couple of days.
So Alex, how did you get into logging?
To be honest, I was not going to log. After watching my dad and my brothers, my grandfather owned a logging company, and watch him come in after dark, leave before daylight, beaten, bloodied, bruised. There was no way in hell I was going into logging.
Yeah.
And so I turned 18 and I was actually pumping gas, but I bought a brand new pickup and I wanted to pay it off. So setting chokers is what it was.
Okay. And who did you start working for?
Christian Brothers Logging, March 5th, 1989.
And what were you setting chokers under?
A BU-80 was the first one I worked on, a double drum BU-80.
So were you guys high leading, or did you have a shotgun carriage on that?
That's another funny story in itself, but we were shotgunning. First,
okay.
My first legal week out. Obviously, I had set chokers for Dad under his tower and stuff, but yeah, we was running a slab.
Okay, awesome. And then, I mean, for all of you that maybe don't know out there that are watching this, Alex has got a channel on West Coast Logging, Alex Esgate, and he's done every job there is out there in the woods to do. But Alex, what has been your most favorite job?
Pulling rigging. That was my thing.
And I mean, if you had it your way,
oh yeah,
would it be under a pulling rigging under a tower with a sky car, or would you rather do it old school?
No. If I had it my way, I think it would definitely be a 90 or better foot tower.
Okay.
Under a Bowman.
Okay.
An old gear car.
Okay. And so let's jump back here. You started with Christian Brothers, and you were setting chokers for them. How long did you work with them before you jumped to a different crew?
9 months. I worked with them for 9 months, and that was right when the timber crunch started to happen, the spotted owl.
Okay.
And Christian had 17 tower sites going, and they shut, I don't remember how many down, but they downsized, and when they did, I got laid off, and that's when I went to work for Rose.
Okay. And shoot, you've worked on and off for Rose for how many years, you figure?
24 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I worked for him 5 times total.
Okay. And how many logging outfits have you worked for total in your career?
Oh, God. Well, in the last 2 years.
Every one of them in Lane County. Me too.
God, I had never thought of this.
Did you ever work for Rude?
No, never worked for Rude.
What about Mountain West?
Yeah, I worked for when they were still Heath.
Heath Logging.
17.
17, okay.
But I had 9 of them I worked for multiple times.
Okay.
And it's not like, and that sounds bad, but it's not like I was just quitting or getting, and I'd never been fired from a job up until here the last couple of years. That one restated. But it would be, like we get hit with heat restrictions because I was working for somebody that was a Cascade logger. So I would jump over and work for somebody that was on the Coast Range. And when they would go back to work, I wasn't mad at these people, so why would I leave and go,
Yeah.
And just that's how it worked out.
I hear you.
Now, not to say that I didn't say F this a few times and walk off. Definitely have done that.
So, out of all your years out in the woods, what was your most favorite job where you just rolled up on the landing and you went, man, this is cool, I'm loving this?
Wagon wheel.
That was a great one.
It was a huge job.
Huge.
Way too big of a job for a TMY50.
Okay.
And we were strung out there.
Me and you.
Every inch of line that thing would hold plus.
Wow.
And it was nice timber, really nice timber, and it was spooky,
Yeah.
dangerous as hell. I mean, had it just come right off the landing like that, and it went out, benched, and then
Yeah.
drove
And
right back off, and then right back up the backside.
It
Wow.
was so steep the cutters didn't even find the back line.
Wow.
They're 800 feet shy.
Yeah, they were
Remember
shy.
that? 800 feet shy of the cut line,
Wow.
Yeah.
and we were out of line. We
Oh.
couldn't have logged it anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
As it stood, they needed to punch another road in or
Yeah,
something.
no, Iron Horse bought that yarder
Okay.
and took that same yarder and went back in there and
Tagged out on.
tagged a bunch of line together and got paid
Big
good
bucks.
Yeah.
to finish it.
Wow.
That dog, it's steep
They
country.
still say that's bullshit.
There's a dog that was stuck down in the draw down there, some hound dog.
Over
some plot or
Thanksgiving.
cur dog.
yeah. We left.
Yeah, I went and tried to get it out.
Yeah, we left over Thanksgiving, and we come back and it snowed, so we were gone like a week. And we keep hearing this dog all day. And
There's a house.
Adam goes, "There's a house down here," and I'm like, "There isn't a house within 100 miles of us." So we're walking out, and here's this dog, and it stayed there for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, we
Would
fed
not
him.
move this spot.
I'd
And,
throw him some food.
Yeah, we'd be throwing it food and stuff, and we thought maybe it had puppies. So we got it to move, no puppies. Then all of a sudden, it's gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, one Friday night
It was the
walking out.
craziest thing. And my dad was running shovel,
Yeah.
and the chaser. Nobody believed us that
Yeah, no.
this dog was down there. They're like, "Oh, you guys are full of
You
shit."
guys are high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought we were kind of close to town, and I thought there was houses over there for the longest time. And then Alex walked out one day on the other side.
Yeah,
He's
there
like,
ain't no- there ain't no houses.
Yeah, there ain't no houses, and there's a dog down here. And
It
it took me a couple days to get over there because it's a big unit.
Oh, it was
Wow.
a huge unit. Yeah. And no, it was way too big of a job for that 50.
Oh
Wow.
man.
So what about now worst day in the woods? Roll up there and either you get there and it just absolutely sucks from the word go, or rolls downhill.
There's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those. I'd have to say my absolute worst day in the woods was
Hey, I want to welcome everybody to the
when I got rolled over and working for Serco
Okay.
in
And I think he's
2004.
from St. Mary's.
I thought I was dying that day.
And
I
he
truly
will
thought I was
lead. So the
dying.
whole idea is to stack the blocks.
Man alive.
1, 2, 3,
And
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
what
9,
about,
get them in the right spot,
you know,
get them
like
in the right order.
any times that really stood out where some real characters you worked with?
Oh, Uncle Harry.
Uncle Harry!
Uncle Harry.
Oh my God, that guy is and he was such a good operator,
Yeah,
but he
he
was
was
schizophrenic.
schizophrenic.
Freak.
Yeah, he was a
And
schizophrenic.
you know that whole time, I honestly didn't know that he was drinking whiskey
No,
in that
you
coffee
didn't.
cup.
You would pass
No.
me his thermos, and I'm here green
I
on
didn't
it.
know there was whiskey in it. I thought he was a straight up guy. But yeah,
and
he-
that girl that came to work.
when she had to go change her pad and he flipped. This guy flipped.
Yeah.
He wouldn't come back to work because she went and changed her pad in the brew area.
Oh no.
Uncle Harry, yeah, we worked with some
Dude,
characters.
he packed a gun to work and 2 thermoses.
Wow.
Yeah,
Full of
yeah,
whiskey and coffee.
Yeah, that's
He was, and he was a damn good operator. I mean, he was good, smooth, but he was just
Floaty.
way out there. He's actually so far out there, he convinced the state of Oregon that logging had scared him worried him so much about other people dying that he got disability out of it.
Really?
I'm looking for a Justin Sweeney. Justin, are you around?
Yeah,
Please come
he's
and see
the guy
Diane
was.
over here in the tent.
So now,
Next competitor,
talk to me here. You guys worked together off and on for quite a while.
Mr. Sweeney.
Yeah,
please come see
yeah. When you
Diane
come to
over
work,
here.
you just had a little bit of
Yeah,
experience.
just
right?
a little bit experience.
God, that first day you were cramping up, so I could hear something over the carries. And I'm like, what the? Look over, and he's just
The first
cramping up
first
like
hot
crazy.
day, I'm a cramper too. I'm a
Oh
cramper.
God, the pond. Then we had to string the haywire across the
Yeah,
pond.
that was up.
That's not very deep.
Scio. Scio.
no.
Yeah.
Scio. That was way
I
over.
think, we did Rochambeau to see who was going to go across. Phil's like, oh, it's not that deep. He walks out there, right there.
I think I
Oh,
bought
no.
a fishing pole.
Yeah.
We cast it.
No,
across.
no, we walked. You walked. I went one
Oh,
side,
yeah.
and we met each other in the middle and pulled it across. The fishing pole was down in Toledo.
Okay, I bought. Remember the butt rigging I found?
Yeah.
baby butt rig
Yeah,
down
yeah,
that draw.
yeah.
That was the
Nice
first. That
size
was
chunks
cool.
this year. So
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm 40 years old.
Good fast times.
First job I.
These
Yeah, 40.
will be nice and easy.
Yeah, I'm old
There
now.
is one trick cut.
40.
You're gonna have to deal with.
So
Yeah.
now,
An angle cut.
Alex,
So
what
we'll
was
see
the
how they
biggest
do the
yarder
angle
you've
cut.
worked under?
I don't want to make it too easy. for 'em.
Worked under would just be the 90 VU 98.
Okay.
Now I did
Thanks,
go up
Johnson
and
Brothers
watch
out in no time
Future
for
log
providing
with
perimeter
the
blocks that we go all the way
Undisputed
around for
King,
a safety
the
barrier.
199.
The 199. You got a picture of that, don't you?
Yes, got a picture.
You and Kevin Doley.
I had my Christian jacket on, and they had Future's name on the loader.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really wild. When I was in New Zealand, I saw a Mark II Burger that Future Log brought over
Yeah.
and worked with on the East Coast of the North Island.
And they at the way I understand it, were the biggest contract Jippo logger in Lane County, and
Wow.
they had 21 sites at one time,
Wow.
yarder sites.
Wow.
Could you imagine that shop in the morning?
That's when logging was logging.
It'd be buzzing.
They
Wow.
had, yeah,
That's what dreams are made of.
but that was it was a different time.
Different
Yeah.
time.
So now, what's your thought, Alex, on like the way the industry's going and finding help? And I mean, just bust open on me, man.
I honestly think that the biggest problem with our help nowadays is the contractors have settled. They have said, well, he's here every day, so when that would have never it would have never worked. And I know it's a different time and it's a different day, and I understand that, and that's why. But if they would stop settling, they'd either have to get better or get out.
Yeah.
Can I just chime in on a little bit too?
Yeah,
on
go
that?
ahead.
Another thing is it's a family operation, and now kids just get born into a seat of a piece of equipment, literally. And that's cool and all that they get to run equipment, but you'd think you'd start them off and teach them some work ethic and work their way up. Now kids you're seeing operators 20, 21 years old.
Wow.
That are because their grandpa, blood, sweat, and tears earned all that molly. They can't even, or all that money, and they can't even roll a molly in, and they're running a piece of equipment.
Absolutely.
I don't know if there's a little resentment towards me or not about that, but
I know
there's
yeah. I know who you're talking about.
yeah, and that's a lot of places. That's a lot of places.
Yeah, and it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Did your dad?
Not to say that
did
every
your dad let you get in a piece of equipment ever when he had his own side?
Only thing he ever gave me was a used pair of cork boots and a kick in the ass.
I mean, I don't think Rod Surkamp ever had it. His dad made, that was.
No, I think Rod, he worked a little hard. I do have to say that there are some contractors that their kids. Actually, I just talked to one the other day. The kid down in Toledo. I'm not going to say his name. But that's a family operation, and he started out here. And he can do every job, but he's working his way up.
Yeah.
So there are still people that do it.
He started doing grunt job and worked his way
Right.
up. Yeah.
But we also did it ourselves because every one of us said, I don't want my kid to do it. No,
Yeah.
I didn't want my boys to go through what I went through.
Yeah, that's
Even though I love it, but I also, I didn't push them away, but I didn't pull them in either.
Yeah.
And they all tried it and didn't like it, and it didn't bother me either way. It was their decision to make.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, Alex, I'm going to let you get back to doing your thing, and I'll catch up with you later, man. Thanks for giving me some of your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.